I need a weapon.
The gods we choose to be.
But the definition of insanity.
I'll have 2 number 9s. A number 9 ball.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Game Watch. I'm your host, Rodney CONRAD, and guys, we've got a great episode for you today. We're going to be interviewing someone who actually did work on a famous game, finally. We're going to be interviewing a man named Howard Lawrence, who I believe was a developer on Dead Rising. Before that, I do want to just kind of remind everyone, we are still in the process of searching for our ex-producer, Mike. So, again, if anyone out there has any leads on him or has seen anything, please email us. We have gotten some good leads so far, but unfortunately nothing that has actually led to anything. So it's actually been kind of a shit show. We just kind of have a lot of emails of just random locations, which, we appreciate, but anywho, yeah, so the search for Mike is still on, so keep your eyes peeled, if you would. Now, before we get into today's game, which is Empire of the Ants, I just want to first kind of just share something with you guys, if you wouldn't mind. At the end of our show, we have a song that is in the form of what is, I guess, is referred to as 8-bit music. It's sort of like a video game music thing, where basically the music sounds like a video game. It's really cool stuff. I asked our editor, Maurice, I was like, hey man, I noticed you got this song. What's this all called? And he was kind of telling me about 8-bit. And I asked him, I was like, hey, so look, there's this song that I really personally love for personal reasons that I'm not going to get into. But I was wondering if there's an 8-bit version of it. And he told me there is. Now, for those of you wondering, the song that I'm talking about is Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Now, I just wanted to share this with you guys because I just thought this was really neat. And I don't know if they're really making much of 8-bit music in the mainstream. I don't know if that's something that's really popular or if kids listen to that. But I think I might have found my new favorite genre of music, and that is 8-bit music. And so this is the 8-bit version of Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Yeah, so that was basically all I wanted to share with you guys. I just kind of thought that was really cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into today's video game, which is Empire of the Ants. Frank, no. I understand, but this suit jacket, I bought this for the show. Whatever. Empire of the Ants. Empire of the Ants is a new game where you play as a little ant and explore the world at a micro level. This game is a blast for family and kids. It's full of mystery, adventure, and all kinds of things that will immerse you in its world. If I'm being honest, while I enjoyed the game, guys, I gotta be honest with you, I was lost, and I don't just mean it in the grass sort of particles and whatnot. No, I'm talking about. I was confused. I had no idea what was going on. I was getting really overstimulated pretty often, and I do have to kind of dock the game for that a little bit. As much as I hate to do that, as much as I hate to do that. On this show, I keep things real, and guys, this game is overwhelming. I oftentimes got stuck on random branches, and I would spend a good 5 or so minutes trying to detach myself to no avail, and I found that very annoying. I also found myself in huge bug battles sometimes. This was a really frightening experience, and I never had any clue what to do. If you want to play this game, prepare to deal with tons of creepy crawlies, and I mean tons of them. Tons! Alright, and welcome back everyone to Game Watch. I am so excited to be joined by our guest here. This is the one and only Howard Lawrence, who I believe was a developer for the astounding Dead Rising video game from a few years back. Howard, please just go ahead and jump into your experience working on that game. You know, that's a classic zombie game.
Well, first of all, I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you here, man.
Is there some confusion? I didn't work on Dead Rising. The game that I
what do
worked
you
on
mean?
is called Tommy's Grave Mistake.
What?
It's inspired by Dead Rising, but I did not work on Dead Rising.
Guys, really, again? I'm sorry. I completely thought. So sorry. You said it's inspired by Dead Rising. I don't understand how we messed that up on our end. What are you? How is it inspired? I guess.
Well, it's a third-person survival horde-based zombie game, and I mean, we've taken a lot of inspiration from not just Dead Rising, but other zombie media. Anything that we can consume, we've been working hard on that, and really, we've just been in the bug fixing phase recently, and it's turning out really good. I'm really excited for the public to view it and get to play it finally, because it's been years of work. So
you just like copy Dead Rising, and that's kind of you copy
not
a game
all.
that was successful in the hopes that you can make something that is successful.
No, we didn't copy Dead Rising. We just took
But you said it was
inspiration.
you said it yourself, man. You said it was heavily inspired by Dead Rising. So
Not heavily. Did I say heavily? I don't think I did.
can we get yeah? Can you
Dude,
just go back and check?
have you not heard of
Can you check
creative
that, please?
inspiration? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I mean, I've heard of walking into a good video game, a good experience, taking notes of what works, and then just sort of splattering that into whatever it is that you're making. And that
That's
seems to kind of be what you did here.
no.
Can you explain to me, I guess, can you explain to the audience how you are not a copycat? Because I gotta be honest with you, Howie, that is the impression that I'm getting here. I invited you on the show under false pretenses. I was under the impression that you worked on a big video game. I come to find out you worked on what the fuck? What even is the name of the game?
Tommy's Grave Mistake.
Tommy's Grave Mistake.
Let me ask you something.
Stupid name.
You've heard of Players Unknown Battlegrounds, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
PUBG. You've heard of
Yeah.
Fortnite, correct?
Yes, of course.
Which game is the bigger game here?
Fortnite.
Okay, which one came out first? At
PUBG.
least, okay. And Battle Royale, right? Literally the same game, except for what they did. They took the base of what the Battle Royale PUBG was,
Look,
and they
man,
added their
you
own.
can do all this yapping, but I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, it's pretty obvious to the viewers that all you are is a con man. And quite frankly, guys, we gotta beefing up our security. We gotta stop getting thieves like this on
Just
the show.
because you guys can't read a fucking email doesn't
Hey!
mean that I'm the.
No, I didn't do shit. No, that was not on me. That was on the producers. Okay.
I mean, I don't think you can just blame your producers. I think
Well,
you as well can read.
all right. Well, Howard Lawrence, it was, I guess, somewhat of a pleasure having you on here. Everyone, Tommy's Grave Mistake, whatever the fuck. When does that game come out?
August 30th.
August 30th. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that was Howard Lawrence. Thanks for being on the show, Howie.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Get out of here. Welcome back, everyone. We are now in the spin the wheel segment. That's what I'm starting to call this this part of the show, where I spin this wheel here, and depending on what I land on, I have to play a different game. You know, guys, I gotta say, I'm kind of starting to get behind this bit. I know I was kind of rough on it at first, but it's fun. You know, it's fun. We get to kind of take a break from talking about games, and we get to actually play one. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's wheel game. Okay. Well, we got guess the oldest food. Do you guys have? All right. Well, guys, it's guess the oldest food, I guess, and I guess they already had food picked out, so go ahead and grab that from you. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, here is the food in question. Go ahead and show you guys what we're working with here. I don't know how well anybody can see, really, but we have 3 items to choose from. We have a cookie. How old is it? Oh, I guess that wouldn't really work, would it? This is a, I guess, old Nutri-Grain bar, or maybe it's not old. Maybe it's new and it's a trick. And then we've got a little slider thing, a little sandwich slider business for me to chow down on. Telling you guys right off the bat, I can't really tell which one is the oldest. I am pretty excited, though. I feel like I've got pretty good taste buds, so I should be able to knock this out of the ballpark. But let's go ahead and start things off with, well, look, listen, I'm hungry, so let's start things off with the sandwich, with the slider. Oh, sorry, folks. That's old. That's some old food. Okay, I think I can guess that one is definitely old. Let's go ahead and jump into the Nutri-Grain bar. It's not very hard. I would assume that if it were old, it would be stale. So let's go ahead and try this. Is this even? I keep saying Nutri-Grain. Probably getting a product placement problem with that, but I don't even think that's what this is. Let's go ahead and try it. We don't need to. I don't need to continue eating that, I think. I can't tell. I honestly can't tell with that one. Let's go ahead and try with the cookie. That one's not terribly old. I would guess that one's probably a few days old. Okay, so I have to guess which one is the oldest, and I guess if I guess correctly, I win. If I guess incorrectly, I lose. Well, guys, I gotta go with the slider. I really do feel like this. The Nutri-Grain bar. They're telling me it's the Nutri-Grain bar? Really? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? I honestly thought this was the most recent of the bunch. Wow. Guys, that was fun. I actually liked that one compared to the other ones. So, cool. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that, guys. Alright, guys, we are now entering the Honorable New Game segment. Guys, I love this segment. You know why? It's because we get to dive into today's games. And today we are jumping into a new video game called Tales of the Shire. This is a video game based off of the Hobbit films as well as Lord of the Rings. Tales of the Shire is a new cozy game releasing soon. It's based off of the Hobbit films, and in this game you get to cook, fish, farm, decorate your Hobbit home, hang out with other hobbits in a place called Bywater, which is a little confusing because I thought the hobbits were in the Shire. I mean, it's in the name of the game. It's called Tales of the Shire. So why they're at a place called Bywater? I mean, that makes no sense to me. Apparently, this game is not multiplayer, which I guess makes sense given that the studio needs to make sure that they don't make too much money because, that could lead to an ego sort of forming in the heads of the developers, and we don't want that, so... Wait, what? How long ago?
Found the letter outside the studio like 5 minutes ago. I don't think she saw him.
So the letter just randomly appeared? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know, dude. I don't. Okay? No one saw him. He just dropped it off and then ran off.
Jesus. Okay. Folks, I really hate to bring this to your attention, but as we were live just a few minutes ago, one of my producers discovered a letter that was written by none other than Mike, the producer who quit because of the show's new intro. I guess this was discovered by our producer Susie, just not too long ago outside of the studio, and it is written by Mike, directed to me and the rest of the crew. And I just kind of find it appropriate. No, I'm going to do it. I think it is a good idea. I'm going to read the letter on air because I think that you folks deserve to know the kind of man that Mike is. So let's go ahead and jump into Mike's letter. Dear Rodney CONRAD and the crew of Game Watch, I left under peaceful terms after experiencing what was nothing more than a creative coup performed by other members of the crew. You broke the peace when you publicly blackmailed me on your newest episode, episode 3. I will not tremble at the prospect of you releasing audio displaying my very justifiable anger. You are no saint, neither is the crew. In just my few weeks working on Game Watch, I witnessed several acts of physical abuse, as well as experiencing it myself live on the second episode. I also witnessed and overheard verbal abuse, blah 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 blah, being exchanged between several producers behind the scenes. And then he goes on to say this: if you release the audio, then I will go public with my experience at Game Watch. P.S. Go fuck yourself, Mike. Wow, okay. Well, a few things I want to say there. First of all, you can go fuck yourself too, Mike. Okay? How about that? No, I'm going to say it. Mike, go fuck yourself. Okay? How dare you? How dare you write this letter and you didn't even have the fucking... You were too much of a coward to do anything, to actually say anything to us. You had to drop this off by the studio. You couldn't just talk to us like a man. Because that's not what you are, Mike. You're a coward and you're a loser. You fucking idiot. That's what you are. That's what you are. And you know, quite frankly, guys, forget what I said at the beginning of the episode, because Mike is a piece of shit. And you know what? Another thing. Who do you think you are, motherfucker, to threaten me on my show? This is my fucking show, and you can't just sit there and accuse me of bullshit or accuse the crew of other bullshit. That's not how any of this works, okay? Your ass is out of here, okay? Got it, Mike? You're gone, and you're not coming back. So you don't need to send these little letters whining, okay? Because you're not getting your job back. You fucking idiot. Find him. Someone go find him. What are we doing? Just stay. I don't care that we're on air.
Cut it out. Just stop, dude, stop. Save it for when the camera starts rolling, okay?
Oh my god.
I need the show shut down.
Go find Mike right now! Right fucking now!
Okay, I'll go look around the block and see if he's nearby. But just wrap up the episode, please.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Game Watch. Special thanks to our sponsor, the Teralysis Network, for sponsoring us. And we'll see you guys next time.